Boom! Well, folks, I'm getting a little stir crazy here. It's been raining for 2 days straight. I don't want to give you the impression that I haven't been doing anything for 2 whole days. But I've been doing something indoors, something that you guys might be looking forward to. We'll just go like, oh, I can't show you too much. A little bit of the shot project on the go, full video underway. So if you're curious or have been enjoying the shot progress, well, it's either come out before this video or it's coming out next. No order to the adventures, but it poured rain, and I'm talking it poured rain now for 2 days straight. We had winter, and now we have whatever that is. So I figure, what better way to cure that cabin fever than to get the Honda out, take a few provisions, and I got a bit of a trail I'd like to investigate. I thought before we get too cocky, we should try this out before we go getting ourselves into a bit of a mess that we gotta winch ourselves out of. Just a little test run. As long as you keep the wheel spin down, I think we'll be just fine. Well, we brought snowshoes. They're more just for show. Let's not get down to serious trekking. Oh, would you look at that? Smashed a screen protector. Look at that. Busted it right in half. I guess that's what they call them, screen protectors. That last shot might have a little bit of a weird line to it. So when I said trail, well, more like a lack thereof. I've been snowshoeing back here before, but it'd be nice if we could forge the trail a little further with the quad and trim it up a bit to at least make it a little more passable. Who am I kidding? We're just out here for the adventure. Let's see where it goes. I'd say this is the part where we kind of start to experience a lack of trail, but if we're real quiet, there's a chicken up here sneaking through the woods, and we'll see how close we can get to it. If it might not fly away. Oh yeah, he's on the move. Little bugger's fast. He hasn't flown away though. He's just on the run. Well, a chicken's smarter than us. He was giving me the run. But we do find ourselves kind of where we were hoping to get to here. This breaks out into a bit of an opening. And whilst we may not be able to go crazy far with the bike, I don't know, because the snow is going to deepen up again out here in the open. We're only 100 yards or so from the bush opening back up. So let's see. Oh boy, that got me amped up. We might as well have been trying to sneak up on a cougar for as fast as my heart was beating there. Gets the juice flowing, but on his merry way. Just axe, eh? Why break the serenity or the peace and quiet with the chainsaw? That doesn't sound like me, but sometimes I feel that way. Let's just break off a couple of things here that are kind of eye-poking height, and then have been giving me trouble on my snowshoes anyways. Ooh, what about this lunker? Is that, oh, it was ready to be broke there. That's easy. Yeah, we'll just get a couple of eye-poking things out of the way, and that way we got good passage for the bike and for the snowshoes. Better backtracker on this gnarly old bugger. Just a few. Much better. You know, you can hear them snapping like that, eh? Dead. Again, dirty old balsam trees. This whole forest, see how dense it is? It's like hair on a dog's back. It has been through a fire cycle once in its time, once in its life before already. I don't know when that would have been, long before my time, but you can see some of the bigger, older trees and that kind of thing. Logged, fire, the whole nine. And this is what comes back, this super dense, reasonably quick growing evergreen, a balsam tree, but they're just too close together, so they'll die out. Ideally, I think they say, oh, you don't take my word for it. You don't want to consult the channel that knows more about it than me, but like 10 or 12 feet apart from canopy to canopy. You know what I mean? Like you want that space so you got sunlight and rain and everything Mother Nature has to offer actually getting to the tree and helping create a proper forest and keeping the forest floor clean. Whereas, what is this getting, right? They're all fighting each other for the same bit of resource. All you end up with is a forest full of pecker poles. All right, these can stay. That's all right. I think I can squeeze through here. I was gonna go there, but if we come right through here, then pretty much there's already a trail built for us, ready to go. Going down's the easy part. It's the coming back up the hill. That's where it finds out the grippiness of the old bear claws. But that's what the winch is for. We'll leave the axe there, I'm telling you, so you don't forget it. And we'll just whistle through here and find all these greasy logs that are buried just under the surface. They aggressively stress tested the old gun boot, but let's see what happens here. I don't know who tied that saw down, but it must have been their first day on the job. If they uproot that easy, wasn't meant to be anyways. Rot on. You want a tough gun boot, that Copeland gun boot. It's just self-removing. I'll tell you from experience though, it's fine to get it caught up on trees when there's nothing in it. But if you got a rifle in there, it's not so hot. Oh, there you go. Saw guy was at it again. I could only find one bungee cord, all right? You don't have to say it because I'm already thinking it. Spruce stomper. Maybe we do a video on a chainsaw scabbard. Maybe we do that. Oh, so it's a good bungee cord too. Round 17 with the chainsaw. we might be looking for a different way back. There you go, wide open spaces. That's not so bad once you get all of that crap forest. Where we can go, nobody knows, but, and the exposure for the video, isn't this so much better? I'll tell you, if it wasn't almost dark, that'd be a blue sky finally. If we don't spin the tires, we should be able to stay up on top, and we're just gonna head in this general direction. Well, it was going good, and then the going got tough. Huh, well that'll get you. I centered on the log. Why be over there where it's nice and open? We can be over here in all the woods, and the brush, and the garbage. Well friends, we zigged when we should have zagged. This new direction has proven to be log ridden, so we got to do a little backtrack, turn around. Everybody's like, oh, I got a winch, oh, I'm not worried about nothing. Yeah, we'll pull it out a few times. It ain't that fun. It doesn't matter the size of the winch. You've got to pull it out too many times, not fun. There's another chicken. Like they're stalking us. What if we could go through here and get to the next horrible spot where we have to turn around? At least we won't get lost. We can follow our own tracks. That's a tree. Look how good this packs though. If you don't panic and you take your time and you just work this wet snow back and forth, it's rock hard. Like, you get a good trail, but see what's underneath? All these crisscross, that's a log right there. And what you can't pack down is high centered. High centered, and well, you're stuck. Enjoy the quiet for a sec. That's so nice. I stopped, look at this here. The old set of swamp donkey tracks. A mooskie's been through here. And with the weather we've been having, looking at it, it was through here maybe sometime this morning. Because all the flattened snow was busted through and it hasn't rained. Well, maybe this afternoon, I guess, because it hasn't rained hard enough to flatten all the bits of snow here that have been fluffed up from its hooves. But yeah, everybody sees a moose, eh? And they're like, "Oh, what a creature," you know. But it doesn't have teeth and it doesn't have claws, you know. It can't be dangerous. Sharp teeth, I mean. Well, I'll tell you what. You take your chances with a moose. I'm not gonna. I was curious to come back here because they sent a cruising crew, like not timber cruiser, that would imply they're gonna cut down the trees, but a surveying crew from the Ministry of Forests. And if you're not familiar with it, I mean, if you're one of our American viewers, thanks for watching. You guys have the US Forest Service. The same idea, we have a provincial department that looks after all the forestry stuff. Anyways, sent a group of young fellas through to go over and assess this for fire risk and see if it requires any thinning. Now, I'll be curious to see, because if that's going to take place, I think they lay that out in a fairly swift plan. So this coming spring, maybe, if they were going to do something, I think you'd see some crews in here thinning out some trees and stuff. I hope it's a hand crew if they do it, or smaller equipment, because it'd be a real shame to, you know, make a big mess. But that's a catch-22. A little bit of devastation by equipment or mass devastation via wildfire, and you know, be in the proximity of the old homestead. Well, I'd choose the equipment any day. I think it's safe to say at this point, we goof around on the channel too much to try and keep the mystique of the camera work all the time. I just laugh every time I gotta walk back to the camera. I can't even watch a video that I subscribe to without thinking that same damn thing. I go, man, buddy is putting in the legwork. Good on you, pal, to get that shot. Probably about time we kick this expedition in reverse and snag what's left of the daylight. You know, it actually looks pretty good on the little viewfinder screen. It picks up a lot of light, eh? You guys might even think it's still daylight. Well, I drove through these trees once, like a buffoon. I'm not gonna do it 2 times. No, sir. Look at that, I've already started the thinning. Rather than follow our trail of despair, let's kick her in reverse. I think I saw a better way back there. There we go. Now we shouldn't have to deal with that down log anyways. And this here should be, oh, gotta reverse that first little meadow that we dropped down into. We haven't gone that far. It's just been a big old circle, but tough slugging. There we go. There's our first tracks over there. And we'll just blaze across here and see if we can't rip a piece of plastic off the old Honda trying to get back out that skinny trail. I knew this little hill was gonna suck. It's got a log crossways at the bottom. You might have heard just that little bit of lugging sound, eh? Thought, oh, spruce stomper, you gotta gear down a notch. Now you gotta remember, the Honda, she's more of a skidder than a Lamborghini. So just that little bit of lugging in second gear, and well, she don't have enough guts to spin her own wheels. Traction is your friend. Come on, baby. We're dang logs here. Oh, we're on easy street now. It's like a freeway from here. I'll tell ya. I don't care what you say, or what other brand you got. One of them big bikes with more power, you wouldn't have followed me through there. Not because of lack of power or traction. It's just too dang big. These other quads look like a Jeep, for Christ's sakes. There we go. Might as well take fresh road home. Oh, I drove for sticks. You know what? My cabin fever stir craziness is completely gone. Fancy that, eh? The fresh air and the outdoors do that for a guy. I'm feeling so cocky, we're gonna take the crappy route back. Whenever possible, get yourself outside and grab a breath of fresh air. Oh boy, what am I doing here? What was I saying? I was gonna take the crappy route back. Get a breath of fresh air whenever you can. And I mean, it just improves your well-being, no question. I think we'll pop her through there, come up top there. That might be wishful thinking. Pack a trail, baby. Oh, come to me. Come to me, my friends. Oh. would have been embarrassing to make it all that way and then have the last snowbank that the tractor made be the one that took us down, eh? Well, friends, that'll about do her on that video. I appreciate you joining. As always, no idea what order the adventures are going to come in, but I do know there's going to be another one. Catch you later.